We'll now call this meeting officially to order. Yesterday, we reviewed the items under Tab 1 and Tab 2, and tonight we begin with Tab 3 with 7 items. The first is to approve the Immigration and Customs Enforcement mutual agreement between government employees and Cobb County government. If I could ask the full board to come down. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Glad you're here. This, the first item is to approve an Immigration and Customs Enforcement mutual agreement between the government and employers, the image program for Cobb County government. By way of background, in 2006, Cobb County entered into an agreement between the Social Security Administration. I'm going to stop right here. I made a mistake. Sheriff Warren, please come up. Sorry. Apologies, sir. Stay right here. In 2006, Cobb County entered an agreement between the Social Security Administration and the Department of Homeland Security to participate in the Basic Employment Verification Pilot, later to be known as E-Verify. In 2011, the Department of Homeland Security, through a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent, presented staff with information regarding the IMAGE program. The goal of the IMAGE program is to assist employers in developing a more secure and stable workforce and to enhance awareness of fraudulent documents through education and training. The benefits to Cobb County for participation in the IMAGE program include further ensuring that all employees are legally authorized to work in the U.S., provide additional protection against the threat of potential terrorist acts, protect employees from discrimination based upon an individual's citizenship, immigration status, or natural origin, and not to be subject to Form I-9 audits for a period of 2 years after the initial audit. By implementing these best practices and signing this agreement, Cobb County will be the first Georgia County government to participate in the EDGE program. And I'd look for, if we could, the sheriff is here because he's been a very big proponent of this program, and this will be in addition to the one you do so successfully at jail. But if I could ask you to just give us a few words about the program and its success to date.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We at the Department of Homeland Security Investigations, part of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, have been proud to partner with Cobb County, starting out with the 287G program that we have with the sheriff, and the fact that you guys joining IMAGE becomes the first county or municipality in the state of Georgia to participate, and one of only 10 in the nation. We applaud your forward thinking. We appreciate the partnership and look forward to continued partnership in the future.
Thank you, sir. We have some documents to sign in a moment here. Sheriff, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, if you don't mind. I didn't realize I was going to be able to say anything or be up here, but it's a pleasure to be with the chairman and the other commissioners tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, I have worked with the immigration and the ICE staff going back in just a pilot program in 2004, and then we entered into agreement in 2007. And I tell you what, I could not think of any better and dedicated law enforcement and administrators than the men and women from the ICE. And I'm so glad that you, Chairman, and the commissioners, choose to do this. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. This is a program that was brought to us from the ICE folks, but also to, Commissioner Ott made it one of his goals, I think, last year that we move forward on this. And I know that human resources folks have been working diligently to make sure that we have everything in order to do that. Commissioners, I need to make a motion to approve an Immigration and Customs Enforcement mutual agreement between government employees, known as IMAGE, for the Cobb County government, and authorize the chairman to execute the necessary documents. Is there a second? There's a second by Commissioner Ott. Is there any comments from the board? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Those, great, right arm, please. It passes 5-0. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Commissioners, thank you. Sheriff, thank you.
Members of the board, my name is D.A. King, and I work towards positive change on illegal immigration. I am here tonight with great pleasure to express my appreciation and gratitude to the entire board for the bipartisan vote this evening to approve the image agreement with ICE. As usual, Cobb County is taking the lead in the state of Georgia and in the nation on fighting the crime of illegal immigration. And again, I am very grateful. The image program, along with Sheriff Warren's groundbreaking 287G agreement, the use of E-Verify and the SAVE program is making not just Georgia, but especially Cobb County very unattractive to people who violate our immigration laws. And I make the note that it is impossible to honor our rich tradition of immigration and the real legal immigrants who come here, including my adopted sister, if we don't take every step possible to honor those real legal immigrants by enforcing our immigration laws. I also note the bipartisan vote at a time when the governor has remained silent on illegal immigration. Georgia ranks number 6 in the nation, ahead of Arizona in population of illegals. And the minority party in this state has taken a position that any enforcement or deportation is equivalent to vote tampering. So again, I say thank you. I also have a respectful urge and request, that being that we take the next obvious step, and that is to require that contractors doing business with the county from any authority from this board as of January 1 of 2014 also be required to be image certified before we accept a bid on their work that is paid for by taxpayer funds. While I have serious doubts that there are a lot of illegal aliens working for Cobb County, I am sure and certain from my time in the Capitol that there are a lot of people in the country illegally working for contractors who do work periodically for the county. Like the majority of Cobb Countyans, I don't want one dime of my money going to pay for illegal labor if there is a tool that can be put in place that would stop it. To that end, I would like to point out legislation. If you look in front of you, I put some legal-sized paper on your desk. Just very quickly, if you go to the last page, please, ladies and gentlemen, nearly the last paragraph, section 4, it was Senate Bill 27, which was pre-filed last year, and it was state legislation aimed at doing what I just described. And I'm telling you this because I want you to know what's going to happen tomorrow when people find out you are considering this. It was the Chamber of Commerce, ACCG, GMA, and particularly Associated General Contractors lobbyists, the latter who told me very red-faced and irate in the hall at the Capitol that we are going to drive a stake through the heart, I quote, of Senate Bill 27, which is exactly what happened. It is very difficult to get this done on the state level. I am grateful for your considering it here. Again, it is my hope and my urging, with all respect, that all contractors doing business with this county from this board's authority be image certified as of January 1, 2014. I am happy to offer all of my knowledge and resources in accomplishing that task. Mostly I came to say thank you and to express my respect, not only for this board and for Sheriff Warren, but also for the ICE agents who were here. Earlier, these are men and women who risk their lives to remove illegal aliens from our country. And I am very grateful that you have honored them by signing this agreement. The image agreement is a common sense move to protect jobs, jobs, jobs here in Cobb County, not to mention the rule of law and people's identity. You're going to hear opposition from people who are pretty much clueless about what image really does. But again, I only came to say thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Richard Pellegrino.
Thanks for this opportunity to address you. I must say that I resent the opportunity to address you after you've made a decision regarding your agreement with immigration. As a citizen and a leader of the Cobb Immigrant Alliance that represents many immigrants, both documented and undocumented, it's pretty bad to hear about it after it's already a done deal. And that's not the way I believe county government should run. But anyway, in learning of the proposed signing of the image agreement with ICE, which supposedly will help the county prevent undocumented residents from applying for a county job. I don't know how many really have done that. I would love to hear, Commissioner Ott, if you have any statistics on that. One can only recall the popular folk song of the 60s, "When Will They Ever Learn?" I mean, you say you're doing this to give the message that you're tough on illegal immigration. However, since that toughness, that tough stance began in 2006, initiated by then Chairman Olens, of course, with the support of Sheriff Warren, and supported by President Chairman Lee when he was not the chairman, but just a commissioner, with the signing of 287G and other such agreements, the county has experienced unprecedented budget cuts and deficits, resulting in a rise in property taxes, a cut in services, and most importantly, a cut in police services, with furloughs and the inability, according to the police officials that I've spoken to recruit policemen to Cobb County. All of this has happened in the last 6 years since the tough stance on immigrants was announced. So much for the law and order arguments of being tough on immigrants, because it's only hurt the public safety of this community. It doesn't take a rocket science to connect the dots and show how getting tough and attempting to drive out one segment of the community who work hard and pay taxes here has a ripple effect through the whole community, resulting in budget deficits, the closing of businesses, and so forth. By the way, yes, contrary to the common belief based on emotion and not facts, undocumented immigrants do pay taxes, property sales and other, and they pay in, according to all independent audits, which I'll be happy to provide for those people that really want facts, they pay in millions more than the services they receive. So attacking them and getting tough on immigrants basically hurts the whole community. And we've seen it in Cobb as a prime example, just like the laws that is touted by my colleague here, Mr. King, in the state have hurt the entire state, and Forbes magazine has called it the law of unintended consequences.
Mr. Chairman,
okay.
That I'm a colleague of that man.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Well,
Green.
I would call you a brother. This new image agreement with ICE is just that, an image, with no substance, given the appearance of a solution, but is really just another example of a non-solution to a non-existent problem, which amounts to political pandering in my book, and not leadership. For how many undocumented residents really apply for jobs with the county? And already the county uses E-Verify. So again, it's just a waste of time and taxpayer dollars for another redundant system. ICE is charged with the responsibility by this present administration to remove dangerous criminals from our society. And I don't think too many dangerous criminals are applying for jobs with the county. So we welcome ICE here to fulfill that mandate only. Otherwise, ICE is not welcome in this community when they're targeting families, hardworking citizens. And we'll make that clear to ICE as well. If you really want to help the people of this county find real solutions to the real problems, our organization, the Cobb Immigrant Alliance, Cobb Coalition, and other organizations are willing to work with you. We already work with the police, and we're ready and willing to help always to find real solutions, but we will never, ever support a tough stance on immigrants or on anybody else. People who work in this community support it. They go to school with my children, and they're an integral part, and they are welcome here, and we will fight to make them welcome here. So I suggest, rather than looking to ICE, there's a great organization called welcomingamerica.org and another one, unitingamerica.org, that welcomes the diversity in the community and teaches us how to value the contributions of all segments of society, including immigrants of all backgrounds.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.